Hello, everyone, and welcome to Light Laughter and Lattes. My name is Geri Habstritt. I'm an Avesa quantum healer, medical intuitive, self-ascension intuitive counselor, and your friend and soul connection for probably the next half hour. I'm going to try out a 30-minute show today and see how I like that. And I want to welcome you all to this Wednesday, the last Wednesday in July of an experience month as we head into a choice month. Hello, I'm glad you're here. If you are listening via Oneness Talk Radio, Facebook, or YouTube, jump into the chat and say hi so I know you're here. I have the call board open and I'm going to put up the number 517-208-1500. If you want to give me a call, say hi. If you want me to pull a cards of clarity for you, if you have a medical intuitive question, or if you just want to join in the conversation, that would be awesome. So hello to everyone. Thank you for being here. And if you are listening to this at a later time, on Spotify or another podcast, you can catch this show live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesdays on Oneness Talk Radio, Facebook, and YouTube. So today's topic is about time, the past, and your dreams. And these experiences all kind of coagulate, I would say, or congest, or flow or not flow in the same area of your body. And this would be the sacral chakra, which is about 2 inches or so below the belly button. It resonates with the color orange. So if you find yourself being really called to the color orange, chances are you're needing the assistance or the support of that energy because you're going through a release there, or you're being called to create more. I know this is what I'm currently going through. I think many of you out there, I don't think I'm alone on this, are going through a massive time experience right now. And if you are, just jump in the chat and let me know. It's fun to know if I'm alone on this or not. It's hard to discern sometimes whether you're going through a personal experience or if you're super sensitive like me and you're feeling an energetic experience of the planet or maybe what's to come or other people. So it's fun to kind of know. So my experience right now, and the reason I'm talking about this topic today, is I've been going through a massive release around time. And as we all know, we are in this spiral experience, this circular experience where really time is just linear. There really is no such thing as linear time. But according to our bodies and our cellular memory, there is. So it is something that is carried in our cells as cellular memory that we have to work our way through till such moment when we get the opportunity to release it. And I think that's what I'm going through, but I don't always know that. And so last month, would have been June, we were in an awareness month. When we are in an awareness month, it's the opportunity where we're being shown that which we need to be aware of. And then when we enter the experience month, which is July, which we are in right now, we get to experience what we became aware of. And then the next month is choice, and that's where we get to choose again. So say you choose to open your heart, you choose to lift in consciousness, you say, I'm tired of just doing the same old over and over. I'm ready to really be the me that I came here to be. And so you make this choice, then the awareness month, you will become aware of everything necessary to make that choice happen. So if you have chosen to lift in consciousness, you may be aware in the awareness month that the friends you're around will no longer serve that state of consciousness. You might need new friends. You might need a new work in the world, whatever that may be, because it might not be serving that state of consciousness any longer. You may need to relocate. You may need to change your diet, and many are finding that as they shift in frequency, their needs for their body to support that frequency are shifting. So diets in many, I tell you what, when my family gets together, it is almost impossible to cook a meal that everyone can eat. It is such a challenge. So there's many people that are going through that. So then you go through the experience month where you actually have the experience of that awareness. So my month of June, I took a trip to Toso Blue Mountain, Ecuador, to do a San Pedro journey and to experience another Atlantean healing chamber and the beauty and the healing that that land offers there. And on the airplane, well, leading up to the airplane first, I was having this crazy experience with time, or I should say timeless. As I got closer and closer to the journey, I was literally living where there was no time. And so there was a month last year, I believe September, where we were experiencing 6 months in a day, and we put ourselves ahead on a linear timeline because of it. So I was having that experience where literally my day, I was getting 2 or 3 things done, and it took me all day to do it. And it was so crazy that my experience was I literally had no time. Like, get up and I'm just gonna keep my pajamas on because in no time, I'm gonna have to put them back on again. That's what it felt like. And so I get on the plane and I start to kind of fade away, fall asleep, and I was shown this clock, and the big hand and the small hand both went around the clock, and when they got to 12, there was an explosion, and I felt myself exploding, and I woke up out of the plane. I think I jumped a foot out of my plane seat and went, "Wow, what is that?" So my first thought, of course, was a little bit of fear, like, "Oh my goodness, are we getting ready to implode as a planet again?" And there's a number of things that that could be. It could be I'm getting ready to release time from my cellular memory, from my cells, and I believe that's exactly what's going on. Or it could be that there's a moment coming and I need to experience the release of time around that. It could be a number of things. And so after I went through my journey and got back home again, we moved into the experience month where I got to experience my awareness around basically time ending. And that caused me to be, I went through a week of depression because the sense in my body was that everything's over with. We are out of time. I am out of time. You know, the world's going to end. And how many of you have that in your cellular memory that you're aware of? And I want to do a shout out. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for jumping in. I know many do. I know many children have that. I have a cousin who, when he was 11, commented to his parents that you're lucky you get to live a full life. I'm not going to have that opportunity. So there's many, many, many younger people I'm seeing that have a lot of anxiety, and the anxiety is related to this fear of the world ending, and they're very um, focused and drawn to and those end of the world movies, right? And so our physical bodies are of this world, they're of this planet. We're not, we're eternal. And so our physical bodies carry these cellular memories of how many ever lives that we've lived where things didn't go well. And there was an explosion, there was an implosion, and there were times where some people were able to ascend and lift off, and they left in time. And then there was a guilt about them leaving loved ones back. And there were some who didn't make it in time and basically went down with the ship. And so if you look across, even in your personal family, I'm someone who just shows up in the last minute. Like I always make it, but it's in the last minute. Well, how come that is? That has nothing to do with this lifetime as me as a baby or any experiences related to my experience on this planet as a child. And I have other people I know in the family who always have to be 10 minutes early no matter what. And other people who have to be extremely early because it's like I didn't make it last time. I'm going to make darn sure I make it this time. So if you reflect on that, there's this cellular memory that we're holding around this. And it is such a control mechanism in all of us. Just think what that time does to all of our experiences. We can't do things because we're afraid of the time. It causes anxiety, which allows us not to be present. So we're missing out on moments. And it is a huge control within us. So, what a gift if we have moments and an opportunity where we can release that from ourselves. My sense is that that's something that might be going on within a number of people right now. Before I had the dream on the plane of that, literally a week before that, I was surrounding myself or found myself coming around a lot of young people who were feeling anxiety around, other times on the planet where it didn't go well and that we're running out. Because right now we've gone further than we've ever gone before. And so it's triggering within us the same energetic experience in other lifetimes. And I'm seeing this trigger across the board with people in the third dimension, people in the fifth dimension, that because we are at a similar energetic time, it's triggering experiences from that similarity in other lifetime experiences. And so someone I know very close was having a lot of anxiety around this and watching a lot of end of life type of movies, and it was causing anxiety and depression. And I thought, wouldn't it be lovely? Because as a lineage holder, when we heal something within us, we heal it in more than just us. We heal it in our entire lineage, forwards and backwards. We have 100,000 minimum people that are affected when we heal something. So I thought, wouldn't that be lovely if I could heal that within me and thus affect humanity? And then the whole time experience started. So whether I created it or whether I was just sensing that it was coming, I don't know. You never know. And as soon as I think I know, I find out very quickly that I don't know. So that started my whole time adventure. And hi Tracy, shout out to you as well. Thank you for listening. Um, so I went through this whole entire week when I returned of depression, complete depression. This was the first week in July about, it's all over. The world's going to end. I blew up. You know, I and For a week I couldn't get out of bed, and I've never experienced depression before for no reason. I've had moments when there's been traumatic events, but not like this. So I was called to go to the mountains, and I did that. And as soon as I got to the mountains, now these are sacred mountains for me, and they carry a huge energetic gift. And as soon as I got to the shore of of the lake that was in front of the mountains, I just put out my hands and said, thank you, thank you. Every time I see these mountains, I cry. And I was given an energetic gift. And the gift was so huge that I couldn't even hold all the energy in my hands. And it just seeped through my cells in my body, within the course of about an hour or two, till the point where I was just glowing. And I proceeded to camp and stay there. And when I came back The depression was completely gone. I felt amazing. So I was given a boost of energy, I believe, to help clear that. And I went through another phase of, okay, well, if everything is going to go end and I'm out of time, um, I'm going to live like it's my last day. So I blew off a lot of things that we see as important, job kind of things. Even though I enjoy doing them, if you really felt like it was the end for you, what would you do? And this is a great exercise. It's an exercise I give people as a quantum healer. And it's one thing to pretend it in an exercise, it's another thing to actually feel like this is exactly what's happening. And this is how it felt for me. So I went out and I bought stickers for my car. I wasn't gonna put stickers on my car before. What if I have to sell it? Then I gotta scrub them off, and who wants stickers? Well, that doesn't matter anymore. I went and bought body paint and decals for myself. I'm not a tattoo person because I like to change all the time, but if I get body paint, I can change. I went out and bought a paddleboard and freedom around money too. Think about how money and time go together. We save for our retirement. We're saving for a rainy day, right? As opposed to thinking about it like flow, right? That the money constantly flows, comes in and comes out. Money too, very much tied, totally tied to the sacral chakra, about the flow in our past relationships and the cycles of change. So the time and money are both kind of located, those experiences, in the same spot. And and as I was in this moment of living like it was my last day, money didn't matter anymore. A lot of things didn't matter anymore. If I wanted something, I got it. If I wanted to do something, I did it. And wow, wow, a great excitement, a great healing event. And I came to this real strong realization over this, and I guess this is maybe what caused a lot of the sadness, is that I hadn't really done what I came here to do. I mean, I'm doing it in a sense, but I've got these big dreams, and I hadn't done these big dreams. There's things that I have had visions of that I know that I'm meant to do, and I still haven't really taken full action on them and done them. And, like, why not? Why not? If I really knew that maybe there was, if I have a week left, there's not time, but if there's, a few years left, whatever, I've got plenty of time. Why wouldn't I do this? I think this would be, if you could reflect on an experience like that, I think the greatest thing for me, when you would reach maybe, say, a traditional end of life and you're looking back on your life experience, what do you wish you would have done differently? And for me, it would be to live my life the fullest, meaning go out there and do everything that you feel like you were meant to do, what you gave birth to do. And that too lies in the sacral chakra. This is where we create our dreams. This is our reproduction area. This is where we produce our kids, we produce our dreams, we produce our visions. And then that energy moves up to the solar plexus where we go out and we take action on it. So, had a week of the sadness, then a week of living freely. And in that week, there was like, okay, well, there's some things that I really, really need to do. I need to, tell everyone I love them. I need to go see family again. Um, and so I did that. I just got back from seeing some of my family in the Midwest, up in Minnesota. And I was there for a graduation ceremony for my youngest son who just graduated from high school. And there's another time moment. It would be easier to release this time thing if we didn't have the children growing up to remind us that there's still the experience of it. It's easier with adults. But I was seeing in the third dimensional experience a lot of sadness around aging and not being able to do things anymore because of the pain in the muscles and the joints. And my whole experience at home was so much around seeing the people, um, worried about time in the aging process. And the aging process is also a product of our belief in time that's in ourselves. Because we've all seen examples of people that are timeless, people that know how to reverse age and go back in time. And so this was challenging for me because I'd been back home before last year, and it was just all games and all playing and all fun. And this time it was more of a time experience and what people were feeling about it. So let me know if any of you who are listening are going through this same thing. Let me know. I'd be curious to find out if this is universal or if it's just my experience right now, what I'm going through. I can tell you that each week, as I've been going through the release of this, I've been getting lighter in the sacral, more creative energy because that's where our creative energy lives, more release of the past, more gratitude for my past experiences that I've had in life, more gratitude for the people all around me, release of past relationship stuff because that's also in the sacral. And then as this energy, these congestions around it are released, that energy rises up into the solar plexus because now we have more energy available for our dreams and we have more energy available for empowerment. Then we have the ability to go out and take action in the world because we have more energy there in our empowerment center. And so I've had great experiences where, um, after I've had some of these massive releases around the time thing, and of course, related to the money thing, um, people have walked up and given me huge opportunities. Like, would you like to come and speak and do our Sunday service at our Center for Spiritual Living? I've been going there for years and have never been offered that opportunity, and I was. I had a house that was so close to the vision of the house that I wanted that I just missed out on. And I have not had that opportunity with the house coming as close to my dreams in the past 5 years that I've been looking. So it's like as the release in around all of this happens, those congestions and energies are what stop us from living our dreams. And as the energy clears, more opportunities and more of our dreams are made available to us. So, um, on one hand, it's not a lot of fun going through it. On the other hand, when you do go through it, wow, 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 the energy that's made available. The relationships get better with everyone because your sacral area is where we hold the energy of frozen pictures of time and past relationships. So it can be challenging and exciting all at the same time. And if you are going through any of this, there's lots of things you can do. You can eat orange things, move your energy, be in water. Water right now is so huge, and water carries the energy of flow. So just being in water alone will help the sacral area a whole lot. And just movement in general. I enjoy dancing, but there's many, many other outlets that you can use for assisting to move that energy. Um, and then next month, who knows? Next month we go into choice again. Um, we get to choose again. And every time we make a choice to go up in consciousness, then there's a whole lot more of healing and lifting and releasing that comes with that. One thing that I've noticed around this whole time thing in family is that when people get a certain age, say retirement age, They often will experience things like prostate cancer, um, ovarian cancer. These are all congestions, or I don't even want to call them diseases because that's a label, an allopathic label. There's something, it's a congestion there that shows up as a disease that's labeled by our world of allopathic medicine. But they're just something people are going through, and they're all around. They're in our creative organs. And just think, when someone is retiring, they're at retirement age, they've usually had their family. They've usually already done whatever it is they thought they were supposed to go out and do in the world using their creative gifts. And now they're retiring. And you don't want to retire your energy. We are beings that are meant to be constantly moving, constantly creating, constantly flowing, no matter what age the time clock says. And so if you retire your energy, keep having visions, keep creating, keep, no matter what it is. My aunt is beyond retirement age, and she just built a giant shop and wants to put a potter's wheel in there. And there was discussion around, should this happen at this age? Yes, 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 keep creating. If not, this energy will get trapped in our creative organs, our organs of creation, because we've now lost the vision. We've lost the creation energy. So keep creating no matter what age you are. Keep having those visions. Keep taking a step forward into your dreams. Because as light expands and as we are creators, we need to constantly do this. And if you're challenged, then just put yourself around creators, get some online creative groups. Take we have paint and sip classes around here where you can go outside and paint and have a glass of wine. Get involved with other people who have a lot of creative energy, because it does rub off. Surround yourself from always with the people who carry the energetic gifts of what you wish to do in life, or what you choose to be like, because there's a lot of value in that. And so I'm just going to do a half-hour show today. So I have a couple minutes left, and I'm going to do a quick Cards of Clarity reading for those of you here. And so Lynn and Tracy and Gladys, if you're all still listening, this is for sure for all of us and anyone else who might be here. And it'll be fun to see what the Cards of Clarity have to say. Usually it's always something that relates to whatever the topic is about. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. So I'm doing what's called a crown chakra spread, and that's up on our crown, our area of wisdom. Okay. All angels today, all angels. We got I pulled 4 cards, and they're all archangels. Okay, so this is the gateway to our higher self, and it is Archangel 11, Jovial. And I'll just hold Jovial up so you can see, kind of reflective there, but that's it, Archangel 11, Jovial. And this is the gateway to our higher self. Beauty is everywhere, and it is time to begin acknowledging this in every moment. A simple way to begin is with the declaration, all is beauty. This one step will open a doorway to the greater recognition that every expression of the divine has its own beauty. The key here is every expression, not just those through the filter of this world we deem as beautiful, based upon an illusionary perspective. Call forth and claim your universal mind through seeing the beauty in all. This step along the way will unravel many myths that are trying to hold you in their grip. Perhaps they have their beauty as well. So that's jovial. The primary issue we are now ready to accept with ease and flow. Archangel 8, Haniel. And here is Haniel, Archangel 8. And that's what we were talking about, the sacral chakra, about flow. And so I'm all about flow. I love flow. I get a lot more things done when I'm in flow. Archangel 8, Haniel, the presence of divine flow is around you now and asks for you to be one with it. In our world, the harmony of all life is a delicate balance that sustains all without taking from any. Pay attention to how you are creating harmony in your world now. Whatever you are seeking to manifest is ready to come forth. All you need to do is remember that balance is a harmony that is worthy of your greater attention. Accept that you are ready to live in the spaciousness that is ever abundant through acceptance of the divine flow in action. Okay, at the very bottom, the primary issue we are all ready to resolve, and it's Archangel 12, Shamuel. And Archangel Shamuel is all about releasing fear. So time is definitely a fear mechanism for sure. Archangel 12, take a deep breath. The protection you have been asking for has arrived. It is now time to fully embrace a job well done. Allow yourself to receive protection from fear, for it has only been the energy of fear that led you to believe you needed outside protection at all. What a glorious gift to be free from fear. The time of peaceful living and calm presence is asking you to embrace it. You are ready for this journey, and it is the signal that the next step has already been taken. Pay attention, be peace, be calm. So we are all right now releasing fear, getting ready to accept divine flow. And it's really about seeing the beauty in everything, no matter how challenging an experience is. And the final card is 2. And this is the message that's seeking entry into the gateway. And it's Archangel 9, Ariel. Look around this amazing planet. Everywhere you will find abundance. This abundance is expressed through nature and the protection of a world that has plenty to offer if you choose to accept it. It is time for you to claim your manifestation ability with full view of the abundance that is already around you. See everything as an abundant expression. Take a walk in nature, then arrive back to the place you started, the place where everything is in plenty and lack is an illusion. And so that is a reading for all of us. And that is one thing that really happens as the sacral energy is cleared out and healed. The money just shows up. The money is so connected to that area as we release our past experiences, as we release the past issues, and the flow comes in, the abundance follows it. I have had some big checks just show up in the past week as I've been going through this release of time experience. So and they just came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting them. So this is kind of a benefit. This is actually what these cards are totally saying. So it has been my honor to be with you all today, and I am grateful for all of you that you've been here with me. Namaste, everyone. I hope you have a great week. Last week of July before we move into that choice month. So I'm sure you're feeling kind of a transitionary moment right now. So, take good care of yourself, and we'll connect with you again next Wednesday. Namaste.